Hello everyone, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3 5th edition solo runs. Last time we managed to defeat the 3 ogres and subsequently gained enough XP to get to level 4. So now, after a quick rest stop, we will be basically as powerful as we're going to get until we go hunting down super mega magic items that I don't even know that exist that will benefit us anywhere. But for now, we are going to go head on outside, get a short rest in us, and then maybe, just maybe, kill some harpies. So let's get around the corner here to the teleporter and get to camp. Alright, I've prepared a wonderful dinner. We're going to start, of course, with a nice delicious water. And then to follow that up, we've got some lemon and garlic chicken, served on a bed of carrots, and a nice tart kiwi fruit to finish. And with that, a long rest. Yes. 4 hours of sitting quietly, meditating on the thoughts of just how good that chicken was. It occurs to me I don't own a cooking pot, so everything we eat is just raw. Okay. So we have our spell slots, we have 32 hit points, and we have a goal. Come down here. Not even here, this is where we killed the bear, it's all the way over there. And hunt down 3 or 4 harpies. Not sure the exact number, but there is one thing that I want to pick up on the way if we're going to do this. If we're going to have this rematch, there is one tool I would like to have in my quiver to give us the best shot at perhaps, maybe, getting them all killed before we die. Because, oh boy, I am only slightly frightened going into this exchange. So, Aaron, please, show me your wares, for you have the Thunder Arrow.
Of course, but please, remember.
These things. No, not darkness. Arrow of Roaring Thunder. Did we buy one of these already? I don't see one in our inventory. So, it's really, really expensive, but it has a chance to push targets back. And the targets that we are going to be approaching are up on top of cliff edges. So, if we can shoot one of them off a cliff and have them take 4 or 6 d6 fall damage, that could be a massive boon to us. We do have a reasonable amount of cash. No jewellery or anything else for selling, but we will do that. Take our fancy Arrow of Roaring Thunder, and we will progress out east from the Druid's Grove and towards the Harpies. Alright, here we are. Now, the other question is our strength high enough for us to make the leap across these pillars here? Because there is some loot on the other side. We can hear the singing down below. We will investigate that in 2 moments. We can jump to here just fine. How about even further? This target is too far. Alright, it looks like we are not making the leap across today. So the singing is not the tiefling that we heard singing previously, that we so very easily failed to help in writing a song with a lute. But instead, this little island here is infested with harpies that are trying to lure this little one, Murkon, to their nest. So last time I did this, we were playing a very strong fighter. And what I did with that fighter was jumped down to this little piece of nest here, and I thought maybe we would have the jump on them because we were all up in their territory, but really they just charmed us, overpowered us, and it was horrible. Now, we also can't cast silence, so we have no silence spells, which is going to mean that if we get charmed, it's going to be a big issue for us. I may well use a potion of Hill Giant Strength in this occasion, because up here there's a chance that some Harpies will also spawn, and if we can shove them down below, that might be a very big advantage to us. I know shove is a little bit broken. Here it is a bonus action, but if we ever decide to shove, we will be doing it as a full action, and we'll only be kind of shoving in a combat sense while under the effects of Potion of Hill Giant Strength, because I think shoving is slightly broken if you use it throughout all the campaign, as long as your strength is 16 or above. Someone told me, I think. So I feel validated in using it if we have used a Potion of Hill Giant Strength. So the question is now, how are we going to get this fight to proc? Because apparently we're not doing it standing up here. I have an idea. Let's get ourselves a friendly neighborhood crow. Raven. Excuse me. Raven. And have them fly over here and see what happens. This says, Rend Vision. Attack eyes. And that is an action. So the Raven is not causing any kind of a stir. I don't know if it's because they're flying and so they're not actually making contact with the ground. Can they interact with the boy? Cannot. Interesting. Alright, let's try a frog or a spider. I know spiders have very long leaps. And we'll see if this has any other kind of effect on this starting encounter. No, we cannot trigger it with this. Alright, as such, I'm going to allow myself a luxury. We have several scrolls of summon quasits. I said quaist last time, as I have in my head every time I've read this aloud, but then someone pointed out there was an extra I in it, and it's a quasit. Quasit? So, let's cast this. This is the spider casting it. That's not what we wanted. So, this is not a spell in 5th edition. So we have a rule here that each class can only cast class spells. But Scroll of Summon Quasit is not a 5th edition spell. It's kind of like a extra item that exists in Baldur's Gate by my perception of the items. So I'm going to allow myself this pleasure.
Oh, shit, piddling toe rag. Never summon shovel, never feed shovel, now call shovel.
You recognize the tiny fiend, a quasit. Wicked creatures often used as familiars.
Wait, you're not Illy?
This was the thing I least expected to happen. Your scroll was with an undead casket. Who were they?
The blacksmith, the teacher, the grocer, the baker, little piggies to the butcher. So, you're Shovel's master now. Fine.
Your name is Shovel.
Master Illy calls me Shovel. Don't like it? Change it.
How about another utensil? Fork? What would you like to be called?
Don't care.
How does basket?
Basket. I like. Baskets hold babies. My favourite. So, what first, Master? Gutting locals? Raising the dead? Making them walk? Making them scream?
What have we stumbled into today? How about some light pillage and perhaps a bit of murder?
Yes! Master is fun. More fun than Illy. Illy's so busy. Only cares about the book. Book this, book that. Oh!
You have such a way with words.
Good with tongue. Good at cutting them out, too. Tell you secret. Illy weak. Illy never finish book. But Master can do it. Read book, conquer book. Yes.
Is that going to be the Dead in Thay book? Is that going to be... Do we still have it? I assume we do. This thing. Necromancy of Thay. Because we found that in the same place. So we have now... Closet Friend. They have Claws, 1d4 slashing. Invisibility as an action. And Scare. Once per short rest. And action. Become invisible. Breaks if you cast another spell, perform an action, or take damage. Frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight, and the creature is forced to run from the source of its fear. Can try and shake it off at the end of each turn. So that is great. We can't have Basket and the other familiar at once. And evidently Basket has not induced the encounter here. So let's see if Basket can talk to this child. That can only end well, right? Very well animated, though. So Basket cannot speak to this child. Alright, so I think we're going to have to come round to some kind of closer position. Basket is decided to join us on this walk. Basket cannot decide where they want to exist in 3D space. But we can't divorce them from our location. I would like you, please, to just go and stand back at the top of this cliff. Because then you have a chance of scaring something up there, and that would be ideal. If we get to this nest, one lower than... Is it? Oh, this is the same spot. I want to be coming down to here. Who knew it could be so hard to get the Harpies to come out in the first place? No. Basket, you stay up here. Journal updated. We found the child, I guess. Investigate the beach. We discovered a tiefling child in a strange trance. We did indeed. And yet, we cannot seem to get anything to start up here. So, unfortunately, we are probably going to have to step down. Which is a shame, because I really wanted the height advantage. But it looks like nothing else is going to spawn until you stay up there. It's like an unwieldy child, which pretty much is on point, I guess. Right. Are we going to have a chance to scare this child? You shouldn't be standing here. It's dangerous.
It's so peaceful.
It's not. It's so deadly.
No, it's just a bit of water. I only want to listen. Just a little closer.
If this was 5th edition, one of us would have grappled that child by now.
Yes, everything's gonna be fine once I get there.
Alright, we have initiative. We are up top, and the Quasit is here with us. We do not have enough movement to get there. We do not have enough movement to get there. We have 4 creatures to worry about. 3 spell slots, 1 Thunderous Arrow, 1 Quasit. How is this going to go? Fortunately, we do have +9 to our attack rolls now. So let's start with a Hunter's Mark on the one that we can see. And then for an action, 1d8 plus 5 damage. Caps out at 13 if we hit. 10 is solid. Now moving through the water is unfortunately rough terrain. So let's have ourselves turn around. And that's all we can do right now. We made a save of some kind. Let's get the information out. Sharp rock. Throw a sizable rock stone that deals 2d4 plus 1 bludgeoning damage. Alright, not sure what save we were making, but I'm happy that we did. Now, range of 20 feet on scare is not going to do it. I wonder if we could scare them out of being lured. Creature is charmed by the Harpie's luring melody. It will move its turn to move closer to the Harpy following the most direct route. What if, right, we stand here and then scare the child? They are now frightened of the Quasit and cannot move closer to it and must run away from it. So let's see what happens here. I'm intrigued. We lost our concentration. They killed the child. And now they are all up in my space. But we are not yet lured, which is great. So, it's going to be a healing potion, I think. And then Horde Breaker on the 2 closest to us. 9 and 6. We get hit by another rock, it seems. And now we have these 2. We cannot use Scare again. So it's just going to be helping out with melee attacks now. 7 is massive. Good miss. That one's trying to close the gap, or rather expand it. And they are concentrating on a luring song. We must succeed a wisdom saving throw to take a turn. It seems that we did, and we are getting a turn right now. And so, we are far more concerned with hitting this Harpy and getting them to stop concentrating on the luring song than we are killing the one with 1 HP in front of us. So, how do we want to do that? We can try and hit, or we can throw something, and if they still take half, they definitely have to make the check. So that did a good amount of damage. Blasted Harpy for 14 damage. That is sick. And they're no longer concentrating on that spell. We are going to Potion of Healing. And then see if the Quasit can't kill one of these fools. Please, please, please. 1 damage. So good. Little beastie. We'll use our movement to get through water to try and close this gap in case we get a chance to attack them. 24, throwing rocks. No good. That one attacking them. So now we have a decision. Do we attack the one with 1 HP and try and definitely get it out of the order? Or do we leave the Quasit to do that and we can move away and focus on more troublesome foes? So So we've got one there, and where's the other? There. We obviously cannot attack both of them. 72%, 72%. Unfortunately, we can't get behind them. I'm presuming that the thunder arrow that we purchased, when chance to push target back. So if we were to shoot this, we can't shoot it behind this enemy and push them backwards. We have to shoot them directly. So to do that, we need to be behind them or on an angle where we can have a line of sight for pushing them off of the cliff, which we don't currently have. And to move to here is going to mean we're not in sight of anybody. So for now, let's target the one we're not going to get an opportunity to push. Big miss. Move up to this cliff edge. Turn and face them to avoid backstab damage. And then healing potion. That's max healing potion, that was. Right. They're doing something. They're moving across. That's fine. I don't mind this position. Then Quasit has a chance to get their second kill. MVP, this little guy. Now, they are going to move towards these roots. Right, that's their whole turn. We can't make ourselves invisible. That's an action. So now it's technically a 2v2. And if those guys want to gather together, they don't. One of them is taking the high ground. We are going to do the same. Move up these roots. And now we have a choice of shooting this one and trying to push them back slightly. Or possibly moving even higher and trying to wait for a more opportune time for the advantage of height. We do have a 98% chance to hit, which is great. So with that, I'm actually going to go for a hunter's mark right now. $12 is half of their HP. If we could do that again, I'd be a very happy man. And let's move just as far as we can there. Turn and face. They are using a luring song. So we are now currently worrying about that condition. Unfortunately, we don't have enough movement to get up and use an attack to try and break this concentration. Oh, we do. Please break this concentration. No, that's a big miss. This one's climbing even higher. Throwing rocks, we take 7 damage. We are lured, and so we're now moving closer to this person, and we do not get to take a turn of our own. They are missing a lot, and we are still lured, but now the Quaist gets to try and break this concentration again. Quasit, excuse me. Crit misses are not going to do it. They're throwing rocks. We made our save, so we're obviously going to wail on the one that is A marked and B singing against us. So close. They are still singing, but they have 1 HP left. So let's definitely heal, of course. And then the Quasit. Damn. Throwing rocks. We are lured. They are missing.
Stay out!
We are attacking again. Oh, come on, dude. Throwing rocks, making saves. I'm just going to have to do this. Alright, the song is over. The soundtrack has changed. We have healed, and it's time to climb. Now, they leaped up here, but I think I'm going to move around the longer way. Do we have a big jump? 15 feet. No, we do not. So let's climb. And let's just see if we can't get around the back. Can we dash? We can. Let's make sure our camera's working right. Okay. So we can get up behind them, especially if they start singing from where they are. And they have come right around. Man, these guys love using their 3D space, don't they? It'd be really interesting if we could push them far enough back that they actually get back into like the Druid's Grove and we pull Druids into this fight. Good hit. Always be healing. And we're on the same initiative with this dude now. Might as well just have them run straight back the way they came, which is fine. We got 40 feet of movement. That's a lot. More thrown rocks does not concern me all that much. We should definitely have done that last turn. That could be the difference between needing one more attack and two more attacks. 8 is great. We're gonna move around these stones. This guy does not have a great big vertical leap. So why not make ourselves invisible? We may well get advantage on an attack if they move around closer to us. Not unlike this. Right. You first. 88% chance to hit. They took 7 from that. So we now need to do 1 damage. Alright. We have done it. We have killed the Harpies. Unfortunately, the young boy didn't make it. And so I don't know what that means for the progression of some quests around the Druid's Grove. But hey, the threat to any other children has now passed. Thank you ever so much for watching and getting with me this far once again if you'd watched the journey with Lurch before. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or pressing that like button. If you have any questions or comments, please put them down below. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Cheers.